very minimal charge for it for their administrative thing. You can discuss that with her. Maybe she may waive you that with this distinguished career, that memento. In fact, keeping memento is really, really important. Undra, yeah. I have my cat is eagerly waiting to listen, so that yeah, so he is moving on the desk. You can see.
Oh, okay.
So this is basically a good recognition. And as I said, Sidvi is rising up and it's coming up, and it's a good opportunity. Good. Um, Generally, I nominate. Uh, the other members will not. They look up. There could not be much of a negative turning down. So I would be more than happy in the nomination of that one. Think about it. Talk to Aruna, and I mean there is no force, but reaching to that statue like yours, it will add a feather in your hat. The distinguished recognition for the distinguished career in economics or whatever social science. You can talk to her other things, okay? That is only my 2 cents because before others come, I just
Mhm.
want to.
Yeah, last time also you suggested me to apply for
Well,
this
that's what
one.
I'm saying because
Mhm.
I suggested last time, but because you are definitely a potential for us, for Sidvi, for us means I retired for
Mhm.
Sidvi. And
Mhm.
then the Sidvi Fellowship Program also, it will they will have a certificate of fellow of
Mhm.
Sidvi. I don't know what their uh, SDI, SDI, I don't know.
Mhm.
Those are the things. Because I suggested earlier, I'm just keeping, uh, I'm keeping my word on that one. So I'm not
Mhm.
going back.
Mhm.
But it is it is well, it's not really a hard amount of money, the administrative charges they are asking. So you can talk to her and see what she can do. Do you agree, Aruna?
Yes, sir. Exactly, sir.
No. Okay, that is what.
I'll discuss with Dr. Dhanush Kodi sir on this regard. In the upcoming award ceremonies, uh, we we can nominate his names.
Okay. Mhm.
So, but the reason I am and paper is a must. Please submit your paper.
Yes.
Okay,
Uh,
sir. Okay.
Paper, so it will be in the journal.
Yeah.
And the sooner it is, we
Mhm.
can have a
Mhm. In which
compilation.
okay. In which
Come.
journal you are going to publish?
There, in fact, this specialist journal, International Journal of, please complete the journal name, your
Sir,
journal name, Sidri
sir,
journal name.
our own journal, sir. We had started recently, not recently actually, but
Mhm.
um, last year we had started, and this year we gone for ISSN number, sir. And
Okay. Okay.
our own
Mhm.
journal, IJSCAM,
Mhm.
International Journal of Science, Engineering, Arts and Management, which is
Okay.
a double peer reviewed journal, sir. And
Okay. Mhm.
we are about to receive
Okay.
number
It's a peer reviewed
pioneer,
journal, and
pioneer journal, 2 issues per year per volume. Uh,
Okay.
well,
So
to start with, wait a minute, to start with, the moment we get publicity and more papers are coming, it could
yes.
be, it may evolve to 4 times a year or to 6 times a year, like that one.
Mhm.
I mean, start with her idea is this one, but
Okay.
this one will come as a special issue
Issue. Yeah.
with with ISBN number and volume number and all. So up to now, they conceived the plan of idea of two. issues a year. But we want to see, in fact, even the conference papers also we are trying to get. Once that come, they will change the procedure.
Thank you so much, sir. And a very good evening to one and all, and a warm welcome to all the distinguished guest speakers and the delegates to this auspicious evening of day 4 of our 1 week international faculty development program. In this juncture, we are very fortunate enough to have today's resource person from Malaysia, Dr. Danishkodi Rangaswamy sir, and his insights and thought-provoking thoughts. Already we had in our previous conferences, sir had given his valuable lectures to us, and again he had given his valuable approval and consent to deliver a lecture in this 7 day program. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation and our request. I request Dr. Bhartajyoti ma'am to please introduce today's resource person to the gathering. Over to you, ma'am.
Ma'am, can you hear, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Good evening, esteemed colleagues, distinguished guests, and participants. It is my distinct honor and privilege to introduce our keynote speaker for our today's session of the Faculty Development Program on SIDVI 1 Week International Faculty Development Program on Multidisciplinary Strategies for 21st Century Innovative Teaching and Learning. Dr. Danishkodi Rangaswamy is the head of the Department of Accounting and Finance at Curtin University, Malaysia. Faculty of Business, he joined Curtin, Malaysia as a senior lecturer in May 2012 and has since held various senior academic positions in the faculty, including postgraduate program coordinator, higher degree by research coordinator, and discipline lead. He has 32 years of teaching experience in India, Ethiopia, Oman, and Malaysia, covering subjects such as accounting, auditing, taxation, project management, and banking at both undergraduate and postgraduate levels. Dr. Danish Kodi has been a keynote speaker at 6 major international conferences and presented research papers at over 35 national and international conferences. He, he has also had research articles published in various journals and edited volumes of books as well as academic articles in newspapers. He has attained 3 research grants and under his supervision 4 MPhil students and 2 PhD students were awarded. Further, he holds a position as thesis chairperson for a few PhD students. He has been appointed as an external examiner for various universities in India and has completed the adjudication for more than 150 theses. He was appointed as adjunct professor at Purvit University, India in 2016. In addition, he was a trainer for the project management program under the Sarvak Graduate Enhancement Training Program organized by the Sarvak Center of Performance Excellence, COPE, in Cochin. In recognition of his excellence in teaching and learning, Dr. Danish Kodi has been presented the Best Lecturer Award in 2014, the Teaching Excellence Award 2017, and the Students' Choice Award 2024. Further, he and his team submitted a video uploaded on YouTube to the third international competition on sustainable education 2024, SUSET 2024, and received the Bronze Award. This innovative idea has been filed for copyright in Malaysia I'm very thankful to you, sir, for accepting our invitation, and we are eagerly waiting to listen to you, sir, on the topic teaching and learning in higher education through the big data approach. Over to you, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Um, yeah, I'm going to share my screen first. Can you see my slides, madam?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So, good evening to everyone. Thank you very much for the opportunity to share my thoughts in this uh, faculty development program organized by SITVI Foundation. This is my second time. Uh, in my understanding, maybe this is third or fourth time presenting a paper, this type of FDP program, and previously organized various conferences by SIDVI Foundation. Once again, thank you very much for the invitation to this FDP program. Today, my topic is teaching and learning in higher education through the big data approach. Nowadays, frequently mentioning or pointing out the word big data. So here, big data is useful in many respects in many industries, not in the educational field also having the equal importance of big data. So today we are going to see how this big data useful for the higher educational institution, very specifically teaching and learning purpose. Okay. So first of all, we must understand about what is teaching and learning. Why? Because if we are clear on this concept, then only we can easily understand the connectivity of big data and teaching and learning. Teaching and learning is a processes of knowledge from teacher to students. Yes, one sector the teacher, another sector student. Now, as we know, the transformation of the knowledge from the teachers to the student, there is a teaching and learning. Okay, so the teaching and learning is having two different methods. One is called the traditional method, and another one modern method. Okay, so now we want to know the traditional method and modern method. Then it's very easy for us where we are going to apply the big data approach. So here I'm going to give you the differences between the traditional method and modern method. Through these differences, we can understand the meaning of these two methods. The first one, the traditional method is a teacher centered. It's mainly focused on the teacher. The teacher occupies a prime role. In the modern method, it's a learner centered. So here we are going to focus on the learner, that is a student. Number two, subject specific knowledge. This is focused on a particular subject knowledge, but modern method, it includes specific subject as well as the skill based knowledge is also required. The third point, the traditional method is a one way transfer of knowledge, but modern method is a multi way of transfer of knowledge. We are going to use technology, and also the teacher one side and another side the students.
Sir, please go ahead, sir. I'll be taking.
Dr. Kiran, your microphone is unmuted. Would you please mute it? Thank you. Please go ahead.
Yes, sir. I
Okay.
had
Please
a-
continue.
Please go ahead, sir.
Right. So we discussed about the fourth point between the traditional method and modern method is a passive and limited, but in the case of modern method, it's more interactive and also engaging the student and also the participant. It's a theoretical, but modern method is a conceptual and practical. It's work individually, but modern method it focus on work together together. So here, so from this concept, what we understand big data approach, where we are going to apply the big data approach. The big data approach can be applied only in the place of modern method. Suppose in your organization follows the traditional method of teaching and learning, you are not able to apply the big data approach. That's why I mentioned here the difference between the two methods. Okay. Now we can go for the next aspect. Okay. The teaching methods generally based on educational philosophy. What is the educational philosophy in your university or in your educational institution? For example, your university is a research based or your university is a teaching based. So what is the philosophy of your educational institution? It decides your teaching method. Number two, the classroom demographic. So what type of students or participant in your class? That is also decides what method you are going to follow. Then subject area and also your institution's mission, vision statement also decide what method you are going to follow. First of all, we want to see what are the methods available. Number one, high-tech teacher-centered method. Yes. So here it's a teacher-based and also it includes a high-tech teacher-centered. Then low-tech teacher-centered. That means, so here the teacher not going to apply the high level of technology. It's a low-tech teacher-centered. And the third one, high-tech student-centered. Yes. The students also available for accepting the technology of learning. It's a high-tech centered, student-centered, and also low-tech student-centered. So here the student prefer only the traditional method. They are not ready for the technology-based learning system. Okay, here where we are going to apply the big data. Yes, the big data is applicable in high-tech teacher-centered and also high-tech student-centered. Okay, now I come to the conclusion here. If your institution is not high-tech teacher-centered, if your institution is not high-tech student-centered, you are not able to apply big data approach. Okay, first of all, our institution must develop or must come up to the level of high-tech teacher, high-tech student-centered, right? Okay, then only we can apply the big data approach, right? So the next aspect, okay, right. First of all, we want to know what is the meaning of the term big data. Big data, so many definition, so many meanings are available, but we can concentrate or we can focus on only the three aspects. Number one, big data is a massive amount of data. Big data, the name itself very clear, it's a big. It consists of the huge amount of data produced by where the data is going to generate. The data are generated from social media platform, weblogs, sensors, IoT devices, and many more. So we can generate this big data from anywhere. We can generate the big data. So it's a massive amount of data, right? Then another meaning of the term big data. Big data is a volume of data, no doubt at all. It requires a technology or it required techniques. It required a people having a new skill. They can treat, they can process, they can analyze this data into a simplified, timely way of our usage. We are not able to take a big data as it is for our decision making. So we are going to make it into simplified, timely way. How we can do? We need technology, we need a technique, we need a new skill people, right? Then we can go for the next meaning of the term big data. Big data is the state of the art technique. Big data is not a science. Big data is an art. So art you can draw according to your convenience. You can collect, you can allocate, accomplish, and discover for your data sets. You can make it into the different data sets. For example, the data available in the social media. For example, the students' data is available in the social media. So this is a bulk data. We are going to make this data into our purposes. So there is that for this purpose, we need technology and technique and skillful people we need. Okay. So before we go to the higher educational institutions or universities, how they are going to use this big data for their decision making purposes or their teaching and learning purposes. Before we want to quickly, we can see what are the characteristics of big data. Big data is a volume, massive size. Big data is clearly it indicates a name. It's a very big in size. Number two, it's a very value. Yes, big data having a value. Value in the sense it's a usefulness. No data in the form of big data is not going to not waste of anything. So everything is useful for our purposes. Number three is a veracity. Veracity in the sense some data are authenticity data. For example, the bank, they publish their annual report, that is authenticity. And also you see in the census conducted by the government, so there is a veracity, that means authenticity is there. And visualization, yes, the big data not only in the form of write up, it's in the form of visualization, picture, diagram, graph, or different format. Variety, yes, big data is where is a different varieties are available, right? Velocity, it's a point is a velocity point is moving. How it's a effective we are going to use for our purposes. Then viscosity is a resistance. Yes, the data we are going to use for a long run. And virality is a convey the pasted information. Yes, this one is going to help us to take a decision. It's going to make it into the form of information, right? So the big data characteristics is helping us to understand in the later part. Right. Okay. Now I directly coming into our exact title. There is a big data is classified into three aspects. Number one, it's a structured big data. The second one, semi-structured big data. And the third one is unstructured big data. Yes, the big data available is in different format. First of all, we can see what is the meaning of the term structured big data. The structured big data is a highly organized, and also it's a predefined format, easy to store, easy to retrieve. That is called the structured big data. For example, the central bank of any country, they publish the annual report, or any bank or insurance company or any manufacturing company, they published annual report, that is come under structured big data. Okay. Here, semi-structured big data is a certain part of the data are structured, certain part of the data is not structured. It is not as a rigid, or it's not in a structured format. Okay. Here, just we can take an example, email. It is semi-structured, and also XML or any files in different files or data, metadata are come under semi-structured. Okay. Unstructured big data, it's a lacks of predefined format. So here you are not going to expect any format or any rigid format or any structure. For example, the social media post in the YouTube or Facebook or any form of social media, that is unstructured big data, audio files, images, a text document or come under unstructured big data. So here I want to tell you in our topic, big data is useful for higher educational institution for teaching and learning. Now I am not going to make only educational institutions are using structured data. No, the institutions or universities are using structured, semi-structured, unstructured data for our purposes. Okay, now we can see big data in education sector. Yes, no doubt at all, the educational institutions nowadays, they are using big data for their decision making. Very particularly, we can say the big data are used for teaching and learning purposes. Universities have a large amount of data. Yes, the university itself, they are generating big data. Example, student registration, student admission details, course outline, assessment details, results of the examination, alumni detail, the tutors detail, attendance, examination, etc. All these are big data in the educational institution. Okay, so here the big data can be mapped to higher institutional data. Yes, so the big data is connected to our higher educational data. Then we are going to use it for our teaching and learning purposes. Now we can see here, yes, teaching and learning through the big data approach. Yes, the big data approach is classified into two. Number one, big data analytics. The another one, big data technology. Okay, so big data analytics, how it's useful for teaching and learning. Big data technology, how it is useful for teaching and learning. We are going to see with some examples. Okay, right. First of all, we want to see the big data analytics is further classified into two. Academic analytics, yes, the big data analytics used for academic analytics purpose. The big data analytics is used for the learning analytics purpose, right? So at the same way, big data technology is also classified into two: operating big data technology, and second one, analytical big data technology. Now I'm going to show one by one big data analytics. Then we can go for big data technology with some example, practical example, how the educational institutions they are using. Okay, so in the left corner you are seeing the what is it called, the picture that indicates the big data approach classified into two. That the two is further classified into two. I put it over there for easy understanding and connecting purposes. Okay, big data approach, first we are going to take a BDA, that is a big data analytics. Okay, so big data analytics, what is the meaning? Big data analytics. Okay, so big data analytics use of advanced data analytics technique. Yes, we are going to use analytics techniques. Why we are using the analytic techniques on big data? To discover pattern or to discover meaningful information. Okay, so very simple, we are going to apply the advanced data analytical tools on big data to get valid information for our decision or for our learning and teaching. Right. Another way we can describe big data analytics is a processing vast amount of data. We are going to use mathematics, or you are going to use a statistical modeling, or you are going to use a programming, or you are going to use computing algorithm. Why? We want to get actionable value. Big data is in the full format, but we want to make it to our purposes. So that is called big data analytics. We are using some technique. The technique is mathematical, statistical, programming, or computing algorithm. Okay. Using student experience. Yes, we want to understand the student's experience. How we are going to understand the students experience? Through the students data. Okay, we are going to collect the students data. It's a big data. From the big data, you use some technique. From that, you are going to understand the students behavior. Okay, based on this data analysis, we are going to come to a conclusion. This is the students behavior. Accordingly, we are going to change our teaching method. Right. Now we can go for the next aspect. Yes, big data approach. From the big data approach, I'm going to take the first one, big data analytics. Under the big data analytics, the first one, that is called academic analytics. Okay, right. What is academic analytics? How we are going to use big data with the example. Okay, academic analytics, we are going to develop the resources or improving the process of workflow in the academic institution by use of big data. Right? Academic analytics is nothing but we are going to use the big data for the purpose of academic institution. The institutional or academic and student data for the decision making or teaching purposes. That is called academic analysis. Right. Academic analysis is a combination of institutional data and also some predictive modeling about the student, about the instructor, about the administrator, to change the academic pattern of our institution. So we are going to make it into our academic institution purpose. Okay. So here, where we are going to apply this academic analytics, we are going to apply the institutional student profile, student enrollment. These are the various places we are going to extract the big data. The beneficiaries, student, tutor, stakeholder, university or educational institution, or the beneficiaries. Okay. Now, straight away, we can go for the example of academic analytics. Just you can see the arrow mark indicating AA, that is academic analytics. Okay. Now I'm going to give you some examples. Right. Big data is a student data, is a big data. Student data is in the university. Okay. So the big data is a student data. We are going to use a predictive modeling technique. Predictive modeling, from this information, you are going to predict something. So this is a predictive modeling, is an analysis. The big data is a student data. Who is going to use? The administrative unit of our educational institution. What they are going to find out? They are going to predict better and manage size and admission pattern of new students to be enrolled. From this information, they are going to understand the predict better and manage size and admission pattern of the new student. So this is a beneficial sector, student admission. So now you see in my example, the big data technology applied. Then we are going to use who is going to use and what purpose, who is the beneficiary sector. Now we can take a second example. This first example, it's not related to teaching and learning, but it is associated to higher educational institution. Now you can take another example. Big data, student data is a big data. We are going to apply analytics model and data mining system. It's a technique. Who is going to use? The administrative officers and the stakeholders. what they are going to find out? They are going to predict the betterment of the institution based on the student data. Through application of analytics model, they are going to predict betterment of the institution. So it's an institutional progress purposes benefit. Alumni data, yes, this is a big data. You are going to use the statistical analysis. Who is going to use? The academic unit or the institution, educational institution. From this big data, they are going to find out graduate employability in society. Please see here, alumni data, where they are employed. So in which year they completed. So this is a big data. I'm going to use a statistical analysis. From this, I'm going to find out the graduate employability. Yes, last year 2023 graduates are 100% employed in the organization. So we are going to understand this information through using the big data. Then employer requirement. Okay. See, you can see in the advertisements in the newspaper or advertisement in the any website or online or any source, big data, we have an employer requirement. So from this employer requirement, you can apply statistical analysis, who is the used by the our institution is going to use. From this information, we are going to understand what is the requirement for our students in the dream employment. If they go for a job, what are the requirements they need? So we are going to extract the information from the employer requirement details from the big data. Ultimately, our students are benefited. Now we are going to provide to our student, this is the requirement from the employer. So big data or make it into our specific purposes. Now I can give some more examples. Okay, exam grade is a big data. Assignments grade, projects and assignments is a big data. We are going to use a statistical analysis. Who? The academic unit. What purpose you are going to use this big data? You are going to understand the behavior and the performance of the student. How? From the big data, you can take those who are, how many students secured above 80%. How many students are below 50%. So now you can see where the huge number of students are there. Then we can understand the particular group of people's behavior and the particular group of students' performance we can understand. So this is the way we use the big data for our educational purposes. Okay. The next one, individual grades. Okay, we have a data, individual grades we have. We apply statistical analysis. From this, what we are going to extract the students' area of interest and develop grading system. Okay, for example, if I am taking a grade of one particular student, in the grade where the student who secured high mark, then I can understand the student is more interest on the particular subject. So we can provide a special training, or we have to provide some special information to the student about the particular subject. So this is derived from the big data. And the biometric data, that means the students' heart rate or physical expression, or their what items they are touching during the time of our teaching. Okay, while I'm teaching, the students who take a pen and draw a picture on the paper, or the student who is simply handling some notebook or something, what they are doing, this is a big data. How you are going to extract this big data? Through the biometric data or camera smart watch analysis, we can find out this data. Okay, from this data, we are going to use for how students attend you in the class. Right. So the big data provides detailed information. You extract, use through some biometric data technique and find out the student attitude or student, how the student are attend you in the class. Right. The finance strategy, yes, finance and strategy is a big data, finance detail. Through the finance data, you can find out budget, your strategic plan, or where you are going to do MOE signing. All these things we can understand through this big data. Now we have covered academic analytics, how it is useful for the higher educational institution in teaching and learning. So teaching and learning, I'm not meaning of simply taking the classes. It includes assessment, it includes alumni, employment opportunity, employer expectation. Everything is come under the teaching and learning process. Okay. Now we move on to the next aspect. The green color arrow mark focus on the second aspect under the big data analytics. Okay, what is that? This is a learning analytics. First of all, we want to know what do you mean by learning analytics. Okay, so learning analytics addressing teaching and learning goals. Objective of addressing a teaching and learning goals. What is our teaching and learning goal? That is the one pointed out by learning analytics. Okay, so here ultimately learning analytics going to improve the performance of the student, and also it's helpful to improving the decision making of the institution. Okay, now we can take some example for learning analytics. Okay, what is the big data? Students grades and their attention span, how many minutes or how many hours they are seriously attending the data. It's a big data. We are going to use a simple analysis, who academic unit. From this we are going to customize the program. So we are going to make we are going to create, or we are going to develop the program based on this big data. Yes. For example, in Stanford University, Professor Andrew Noon, in machine learning, 400 students offered machine learning 400 students offered online, 100,000 students are joined. So now he understand the attention span. So then they make it into customize the program, right? So ultimately, our higher educational institution, the students are benefited. Students performance, this data we are going to use reducing the number of students drop out. Yes, most of the educational institution facing the problem of dropout students. So dropout is a major issue. How we are going to solve through big data? You take a student's performance, so you do predictive analysis, then you can find out what is the rate of a dropout. So how we are going to overcome, we can understand from this one. Right. Records of academic advising, we conducted the tutoring, fitness programs, social activities, and services, or any club activities. The students joining in Rotary Club or Rotaract Club or any other finance club, accounting club, related to their subjective or subject-oriented club. So in this case, we can find out the student healthy mental system. We can understand based on this big data. So no doubt at all, big data is very useful for higher learning institutions in many respects. I want to give one more example under learning analytics. Okay, student profile. Yes, we have a student profile, big data. We are going to use the predictive analysis, award student scholarship. Okay, based on the student profile, we can identify to whom we are going to give award, to whom we are going to give a scholarship. We can find out this one from the big data. The next example, the cloud-based data. Okay, so here cloud-based data, the data within the educational institution, a huge amount of student-related data. From this, we are going to apply analytics of dashboard technique, tracking the students' performance. Okay. Right. Now we move on to the second part, that is BDT, Big Data Technology. Earlier Big Data Analytics, now Big Data Technology. Okay. So Big Data Technology is a software utility, and it is designed to analyze, to process, to extract the information, extremely complex and large data sets. Yes. So if the data set, big data, is very complex, the big data is a large data sets. In this case, we are going to use some technology, the software utility. Then only you are going to extract. Then only you are going to do process, or you are going to do analysis. Then it is called big data technology. Okay. Traditional data processing software would never deal with. Okay. Traditional data processing technique are not suitable because this data is extremely complex. This data are large in large data sets. So then we can use big data technology. Okay. All right. Now we can see the big data technology is classified into two: operational big data technology, operational big data technology. The second one, analytical big data technology. Okay. So what is operational big data technology? It is a technology we are going to use in our normal day-to-day operation in our educational institution. Student application. Okay. It's an operational technology. Student admission, student grade, or student demographic details, students' parent details. These informations are it's a normal day-to-day operation we are going to generate through technology. Right. Then the next analytical big data technology. Here it's an advanced version of big data technology. Operational, we are going to use the day-to-day one. For example, when I was working in Bangalore, in my university, they used attendance through yes, software. Once we complete the class, so we are going to enter into that particular software. See, this is an operational big data technology. This one generating the data. So from this software, all the data is stored into a particular folder. Whenever you want, you can extract. Simply you type name Mr. X, automatically the X attendance details we can derive. So you see here, this is our day-to-day operational technology. But analytical big data technology, it's not a normal one. It's an advanced version we are going to use for analytical purposes. Okay, so here we are going to use for the purpose of the student admission or analyzing the student's performance, we are going to use the advanced version of big data technology. Okay, now we can go for the next aspects, benefits of big data analytics. Okay, right. So here I'm telling about the first part, big data analytics benefit. Yes, big data analytics improve the success of students, improve our quality of teaching. It's very easy for the learning process. It promotes the awareness for parents and stakeholder, integral component of the educational system. These are the benefits of big data analytics. Okay. Then finally, what are the challenges of implementation of big data into your educational institution for teaching and learning purpose? Already I told you, I mentioned in my first slide, if your institution is a modern method of teaching, then only you can apply the big data approach in your teaching and learning. And other way, your educational institution, high-tech teacher-centered, high-tech student-centered, then only you can apply the big data. Even if you are applying a big data, there are some challenges. Okay. So in the case of big data analytics, what are the challenges? Number one, it's a very big volume. So volume, it's a very big volume. Extraction is really need lot of things. Storage is another problem. analysis, what tool you are going to use, and the data quality. It's in general. You are going to extract the data from your university record. It's a quality, no doubt at all. But the data you extract from the outside, then definitely it's a quality of the data. Time consuming, and it's expensive. Intentionally, it's technology oriented. We need a technological skill. And in the case of big data technology, it's big data technology is nothing but you need high end of technology for analyzing the data. Security, privacy, ethical, yes. Lack of a skill of professional, it's not possible to do a big data technology. Data processing and storage, it's also a common issue of big data implementation into our educational institution. Okay, right. So here, that's all from my presentation. Simply, I want to conclude in one line. Big data is available everywhere, anytime available. But my concern, the big data from your educational institution, that big data, how you are going to use for the teaching and learning from your university. So that is the main concept I discussed in this today's presentation. Thank you very much for your patience and participation. If you have any question, please feel free to ask.
Thank you. I think it
so
was
much,
a
sir,
great.
for your wonderful presentation. It's time for discussions. I request the participant side and guest side. Please interact with Dr. Danish Puri.
I think it was an excellent presentation. This is Prakash Kolanam from Richmond, Virginia, USA. I see the tremendous usefulness of this implementation of big data approach. You got to have high-tech learning as well as high-tech teaching. Both should be in place to collect the data and then then you can validate it and analyze the process and then use it for usefulness. It's a great thing. I have a question for you. Is there any user community established? I know that you mentioned Stanford University in the presentation, if I remember right, in the US. Are there any other universities? Is there a list of those universities who are using big data that way? Any university personnel currently in the conference, if they would like to contact those institutions and take any advice or that would be tremendously helpful. Is there a list, or second question is there a user community on a website or wherever in a portal for sharing this kind of approach? Are there any universities in Malaysia, for example, or wherever implemented? Thank you. These are two questions I have. So,
Thank you very much. Yeah, okay. Thank you very much for your questions. Yes, the big data, almost all the educational institutions, they are using indirectly. They not realize that they are using the big data. For example, they are nowadays all the institutions, they have the record of their alumni. Based on the alumni statistics, they are going to extract how many of them are. For example, we can see nowadays in India, many universities, they are advertising 100% placement. 80% of them are this pay scale. This percentage of the people are getting this company. So how they derived this data? They take it from the big data of their alumni data. So in your first question, almost all the educational institution directly or indirectly, they are using big data for their purposes. In Western universities, for example, like in my university, it's an Australian university. It's a branch campus in Malaysia. The name of the university is Curtin University. We have a branch campuses in Singapore, Dubai, Mauritius, and also some other places in Australia. So we have data storage system. We are learning how to store the data and how to extract the data. What is the copyright? We have sessions continuously every time. Once in a while online we are learning through this one. So means that yes, we have a application of the big data into our educational institution. I hope my answer covers for your both questions. Or
Yes, yes, it does to a great extent. But is there a website, a portal where this thing is, where universities are sharing their data?
yes, sir.
I know it involves privacy and all that, so it's
Yeah,
kind of.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Excellent question, sir. Just I want to, I always share one of the information, my personal experience to my student. In the year 1990, when I was a MPhil student, actually I need of annual reports for my data analysis. That time, the data revealing is very restricted. There is no the website concept, compulsory revealing of some information every company, that is not there. So I was writing the annual report content or balance sheet content in the notice board. But nowadays, according to the government norms, you have to reveal certain informations compulsory, you have to reveal. So for example, if you come visit into our Curtin University website, there are some information must reveal to the community. It's available, it's a big data. But for some data are copyright or restricted. For example, in my university, the student personal data we are not going to reveal. But that personal data we are going to use for our own purposes of decision making.
Right, right. Excellent, excellent. Thank you. I have seen on one slide, I have seen, this is my final comment, by the
No
way.
problem, sir. No problem.
Uh,
I am okay.
on one of these slides, I have seen that this such a data is useful for the employment purposes, the employer's perspective, what kind of skills and education knowledge that they need, and then use it for developing the coursework. On day 2 of this conference, I presented a detailed presentation on how the cybersecurity shortage in the United States has been addressed by the US government, and then universities working together coming up with a holistic solution. And that is actually the same concept where the employment needs the skills, knowledge, skills, and abilities needed for the employment opportunities and the need for the workforce, and put that into the curriculum, implement that in the curriculum. So when the graduates come out of universities, they have the necessary knowledge and skills to start the job and be productive in a short period of time, instead of depending on the job training. So I did that presentation on day 2, which
Very
is very
nice.
close to one of the slides that you have.
Yes,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. I really enjoyed your presentation. Thank
Thank
you
you very
very
much.
much.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Srinivas, sir, do you have any comments? And Sir, you are in mute conditions.
You are asking me, so I'm forced to ask a question. In the first slide, you talked about traditional to modern learning process. It is an excellent point because there is a paradigm shift from the traditional rigidity to the flexibility of the modern teaching. There is a problem in that one you identified. Tradition is a teacher center. That is really good. Whereas the modern approach is learner centered approach. In this one, I feel there is quite a bit of problem associated with this one. One example, having taught in the university for so long, I felt, particularly in the United States, even say that disease is spreading even with the Indian students also. And others, I don't know. We are paying fees. You are teaching. So there is no respect. I mean, I'm paying you, you are teaching me something. So that sort of perverted attitude is being is a inbuilt encouragement in the modern approach of learner center.
Yes, sir.
And also what is happening is my about my capability or my worth of subject is being analyzed by immature, inexperienced undergraduate students at the end of the semester. So I am actually being blackmailed to get a good report from them. So this is diluting. I mean, I have seen many times in people from a Japanese university. The guy may be retired. If a professor comes, even the present head of the department, he bows down. So this is how they communicate respect. That sort of discipline is there in uh, traditional way of teaching. So what do you comment on that one? So that means we want to give being blackmailed by the students who are not matured enough to to calculate my capability or to follow the tradition. Why should I change? That's my question.
Yes, sir. Okay. So here there is a change not only from the student, from the teacher side also. For example, earlier we were teachers, but now not teachers. Now we are facilitator. For example, in my university time or school time, my teacher remember all the students' name. Just you can image at this moment in my class, I am not able to remember the student's name. See here, our side is also lot of changes that happen. So proportionately, the other side also going to happen the effect. So rightly you mentioned that the students, they are feeling that you are paid worker. I'm paying, you are working. So this is our relationship. Now the students have their rights. So that's why the changes in both sides happen. So naturally, we are moving from teacher center to student center because the student is the prime person in the learning process. Learning process. So, what I want to say, instead of using that word threaten and other things, generally the students' community not having a very close relationship with the teachers in the Western culture. Still, in India, we have such a culture, but slightly there is a deviation over there in the outside world. So why? Because we are switch over from teacher to facilitator. So the students also switch over from the other status. Other status. It's my understanding?
My problem is, where does this fault lies? I'm just giving one example. I had a very good colleague. He was really for India and all, and he never takes Indian students. And I mean, in the beginning, I followed his culture because I'm experienced with that.
Yes, sir.
So he says, I will help them, but I won't take. The reason is so many multifaceted. If any trouble is there, the students come running to us. Please help us. We have financial. We have this and that. But for students themselves, oh, why we have to join a DESI? We are 10 times better than local faculty. Then only we shine. But the students have that feeling why it is inferior for them to work under a Indian professor. And not only that one, I heard some students say, oh, faculty work from 9 to 5. Why should, as a research scholar, we should work more hours? So if that sort of negative, I never took Indian students from that time onwards. But this is what it is. If you have no respect, if you have no commitment to this one, you should not be present. You should be unfit in the educational institution. Such a disgust comes with this learner center, whatever it is. This is the sort of approach. I mean, I know I used to work for about 16, 17 hours a day when I was doing my PhD. It is your career, not advisor's career. So that sort of obedience is being destroyed by this modern liberalized approach. I mean, this is only my 1 cent worth of comment. I let others have chance to ask questions. Thank you.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I request anyone from the audience side, participant side, if you wish to interact with Dr. Dhanishkodi, sir, it is welcome. And if you have any questions, you can ask, sir.
If you don't use if you don't use your opportunity, you miss a lot. Knowing Dr. Dhanushkodi very well, in fact, last time also he has given a wonderful talk on publications. That's why I insisted, Aruna, to invite Dr. Dhanushkodi to give a talk. Please use your opportunity to clarify your questions. If you keep quiet, nothing happens to him. If you ask, he can share his wisdom to you. That is only my suggestion.
There may be in the audience, there may be some people who might not be that technical. I mean, I can understand that because it's a multidisciplinary conference. So on the technical terms, if anybody has any questions, feel free to ask. What's a big data? What exactly it is? I keep hearing that, but what is it? Or anything, any kind of a question that was presented here that you may need some clarification to get the abstract of the presentation. You're welcome to ask, and I will be more than happy to answer any questions, and I'm sure Dr. Dhanushkodi also will answer. So anybody has any clarifications on the technical terminology used on this?
Hello, sir. This is Saumya.
Hello.
Sir, you have mentioned that big data is helpful in developing curriculum. So, to which extent we will be successful in developing curriculum using big data?
Yeah, it's a wonderful question. Thank you very much, Ms. Saumya, for this question. Nowadays, in our educational institution, we have a industry advisory board and also academic board, we are inviting the external parties, especially from the industry side. Okay. So now their contribution is data based on the external parties' expectation, or you can go and see in any organization's website the employer's expectation is available. So these are big data. Based on this big data, you are going to develop your curriculum. For example, in my university, we have a BCom program with single major, double major. Recently, we observe many industry advisory board members suggested data analytics courses is required, their demand. What we did, we developed the program BCom Accounting and Audit Analytics. So therefore, what I want to say, we are going to extract the data from external sources or from industry advisory board from your organization. With the help of this information, we are going to develop our curriculum. So we can modify the topic, or you can develop a new unit, or new I'm using the Australian term new unit. Actually, our term is a subject. So you develop a new subject. Curriculum development is definitely possible. I hope I answered your question, Ms. Soumya.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for your question.
Thank you, Soumya ma'am. Thank you, Dhanushkodi sir. Anybody else wish to ask questions to Dr. Dhanushkodi sir?
Any and any information that you can give to the participant, how your university collects the data, the statistics from students, quizzes, exam papers, their scores, grades. How do they collect and then analyze the data and then feed it back into the improvement of the process, like a governance?
Yes.
Anybody can share that, because that's going to help supplement to the presentation Dr. Dhanushkodi gave for the betterment of everybody. How do you do that? There are so many here from teaching, right, in the universities. You guys got to be doing something with the results. You don't just put them in a cabinet and say bye-bye.
I want to add to your information. Just I will start with from my university, then the other participant can share their own idea. In my university, we have one portal that is OASIS, OASIS, OASIS. So this is the portal. You can extract any detail in any year the student who passed out from our university. So we are using the portal that is OASIS. So we can extract the information from Dubai student or Singapore student, whoever, wherever we can extract. Now, this is one of the initiation information for the participant. You can share in your organization how you share storing the data or extracting the data. Yes.
I will add one question, one comment on this one. The reason is it is universities continuously monitor the student activities. Because the moment a student from high school, away from the parents, join a university, they think that they won the whole world. So instead of focusing on their objective, a lot of people succumb to the weaknesses of partying and this and that, all the sort of detrimental things. I know, but I don't want to mention the institution names and the things. The dean of studies, they follow all the students, which members they are. Facebook or whatever it is, all these are, I even don't know those many organizations. Call the student and have an interview with them. Have our study center, slowly they will bring these things activity. Oh, it seems you party a lot. You do this. I mean, you are good at dancing. So this sort of thing. See, the only thing is they want to protect the student to fall into the viral pool of dropping out. So it is only for their betterment. And why do when somebody asks why can't they have it on this one, share the knowledge? No, it cannot be shared. The dean there is he is looking after his institution name, and the student should not drop out of their career. So this happens, and this is happening, and in the universities, a lot of students, the moment they come, they partying and all. So this is a clear and clever way of monitoring student activity, not to miss their objective in the modern society with so many deflecting activities for these unmatured youngsters happening. So that is my comment. The another question is, in traditional to modern teaching, I'm sure I don't know whether yours is a semester system or internal review system or the internal review system. It may work very good here in the United States or Western countries like Germany and all these things. In Indian system, my father was a professor. He used to curse this internal assessment system because the student, they will bring pressure on them to give them first class, whether he deserves or not. Here in this Western world, even it is my daughter or son, I don't succumb to give favors like that one. So that is one what has to be kept in mind, and how to discipline that sort of thing in Indian universities and institutions. So this is the one thing for the administrators of the universities to keep it in mind. I also urge Dr. Dhanushkodi, whatever you said, these questions, answers, or comments, please add onto your paper so that they will come in the journal as an appendix. Because some of the educational institution administration, that's the purpose of this conference, take these points into their mind. They may not be present now, but this is a valid point to be applied for the general good of our educational learning process. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you so much for your wonderful advices and suggestions and comments also. I request this is the final call. Anybody else wish to interact, Dr. Dhanushkodi, sir, it is welcome.
Also, Dr. Dhanushkodi, can you please leave your telephone number in the chat so anybody and the email address?
Definitely.
That way, if anybody has any question, they should be able to contact you.
Yes, sir, definitely, sir.
That would be really helpful.
And one more request to Dr. Dhanushkodi, sir, please spare some of your time in the last day of this FDP also, sir, because there is a gathering of all the resource persons at the time.
Okay, yeah.
On 10th of May, sir.
Okay, madam, definitely join. Yeah, okay.
I'll be sending you another invitation also for the same, sir.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you so
okay.
much. Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thanks. a lot.
Okay, thank you.
She spoke what I wanted to say. Sidvi is wanting 5 critical questions. Is it MCQ?
Yes,
There's
sir.
something you said. So
Multiple choice questions.
5 questions, up to 5 questions from your talk, so that she will present it to all the audience or whatever attendees to mark their satisfaction limit. So from you identify 5 questions and send it, email it to all speakers. Please send it to Aruna so that she will share with the all audience who are present or who are interested in this one so that they can send their input, which is important for the betterment of the next level of seminars.
Actually, daily we had planned for feedback forms, sir. At last, we'll have one combined feedback form, as in the form of a Google form, and we are planning for a testing program also with the 20 to 25 questions, either multiple choice questions or one word answer, one sentence answers itself. We are making that also as a Google form, and we are about to post it the last day of this FTP, sir, for making a small like interest and a small checking of the audience interest. Thank you so much. Thank you. In this regard, I request you to please send 5 MCQs from your talks. Thanks.
Thank you.
And now, with the great acceptance and approval of all the distinguished guests present over here, Professor Srinivas Rao sir, Professor Kollaram sir, and today's distinguished speaker, Professor Dr. Dhanush Kodi sir. Uh, today's another speaker is mine only, myself only. So please allow me to share my screen for making my presentations.
A kind excuse. Here now the time is 9:30, so just I can leave from there. Good night to all. Good night.
Sure,
Thank
sir.
you very
Sure.
much.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Srinivasa sir, shall I make my presentation, sir?
Well, let me introduce. You want to take a 5 minute break? That will be good break for everybody. You want to take a 5 minute break? Okay, and that's the reason it is important to have these things. Now it is 9:18 my time. Sorry, I don't know what 5 minutes. Please take a break so that you can prepare your talk and everything. I will introduce you.
Yes.
Okay. Aruna, I'm sorry. I hope you didn't delegate anybody for your introduction. If so, let them introduce you.
No,
And
sir. Actually, I had not planned, sir, because
okay, so
it doesn't.
then I will do that. Because afterwards I thought. I think we can start now.
Yes.
It's my great pleasure. And I'm very happy to introduce Dr. Aruna Kumari Nakella. She is the CEO of Sidvi Foundation. When we are thinking about that one, her expertise are in different areas, particularly the IPR, intellectual property rights. That's what I really liked it, because only very few people knew what is IPR and what is the process. That's what I told her. It's an excellent topic because no university, no curriculum will teach. So that's how you have to get to know. So people should be aware that there is a big process behind to get a patent or intellectual property right. Before going to that one, Dr. Aruna Kumari, she is from, we call Tugoji, that means East Godavari district of Rajahmundry, and she had her PhD from Andhra University in applied chemistry. Applied chemistry, particularly the physical chemistry side. And afterwards, she has done a lot of work in that area. And then she decided to become an independent innovator and investigator, educator, and also a social worker. So she established the Siddhi Vinayaka Foundation with the 5 different aspects. One is in the case of science and technology, SSRD. Herself, Science Siddhi Foundation for enriching the encouraging, particularly the youngsters at undergraduate level, to show their talent that are already they are matured enough to make their presentations. Lot of times the schools or colleges will not encourage it. But once this platform came, there are a lot of young boys and girls have presented their talks. Very interesting, very innovative. They are much smarter than us. So that credit should go to Aruna Kumari. She is now working as a assistant principal, College of Engineering or College of Science, one of the two, at a university in Srikakulam, based in Srikakulam. So she goes every day from Visakhapatnam to Srikakulam, does her work, come back, and have family and maintain it, and then add to the Siddhi Foundation. So you have to appreciate and recognize her patience. In fact, it is my privilege, although she is a CEO, she gives everybody the award. I personally feel for this sort of thing, starting from infancy, she has her own environmental friendly feminine needs. That's our Ayurvedic based industry. The patent and all those things, writing thesis, that sort of one activity, SSRD, managing Siddhi Foundation, And fifth one, I forgot. Suddenly it will come. Patiently listening to my bore. That is also an essential thing. For that one, I am. Here it is a surprise for her. But at this on this juncture, I am thinking, I am proposing, or I am actually with whatever little power I have, bestowing with her Sydney Foundation Lifetime Achievement Award. That award she is going to get it in her June conference. So it is my real privilege. I mean, she cannot herself wrong, but I took the liberty of saying she is one of us, because this Lifetime Achievement Award is photos will be uh, placed in the website of Sydney. So today I'm really uh, thrilled and honored to say that the Aruna Kumari, with my little bit of whatever I have, my uh, bestow her Lifetime Achievement Award of the Sydney Foundation. And I hope all of you will bless. If it is, please unmute and then give us a clap of surge. Please, everybody, unmute yourself and give us a clap for her.
Well deserved, well deserved.
No. Yes. So now, without any further delay, I request the Aruna Kumari to make a valuable presentation uh, um, on awareness of IPR, intellectual property rights, and its importance to innovation. A lot of people, they innovate, they talk. Once you find something and you talk, it is no more a secret. You cannot patent it. So, in fact, I personally feel, at least in the universities, as a subject or as a topic or as a thing, they should teach, they should implement, put seed into the students was what is patenting, what is IPR in all faculties, whether it is science, engineering, arts, humanities, anything, anywhere this will approach. With this one, the stage is for you, Aruna.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you so much for your wonderful introduction about me. It means a lot for me, sir. Actually, no words to express also, because all the time you are my guru, great guru, and you are my godfather, sir. Because what Sydney Foundation is today, you are behind, sir, in all the way to encourage me, to suggest and everything, sir. Thank you so much. It is not at all possible with my single hand. Thank you so much, sir. And also, I extend my heartfelt thanks to Professor Kollaram, sir, also Prakash Rao Kollaram, sir, also for your great blessings all the time, sir. Thanks a lot, sir. And please allow me, because today I'm feeling a little bit tense because I'm talking in front of my gurus. So, if any mistakes will be there, please excuse me kindly. Please allow me to share my screen, sir. Actually, the main motto behind choosing this topic also, because of, please let me know, sir, whether my screen is visible, sir.
Yes, it is visible.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. Nowadays, many of the either government universities or private colleges, they are not at all supporting that much for the research, sir. And I myself had some problems in my PhD level also because of some lack of these instruments and lack of chemicals. So I struggled a lot. Afterwards, after doing some research, documentation, for documentation purpose also, we struggled a lot. At that time, we had gone through many more journals, and we had struggled a lot for writing a research paper. It took once, like for one paper, around 2 to 3 months it had taken, sir, for writing the paper like that. So nowadays it went very easy, not for the research I'm saying, but the publication in journals, books like that. But that also somebody they are misleading the teaching and research fraternity. And one more step ahead, that is nothing but the IPR, sir. So this IPR also nowadays many these um, business oriented persons came in between and they are making it as a business. So unknowingly the people are coming into their net and they are suffering a lot because these people are not able to give the genuine thought. So I thought myself to give some awareness on what is the innovation and how can we document our innovations, and the highest documentation is now IPR. So my main motto behind choosing this title is this one, sir. And one more thing, actually, in the publications also many things, the journal publications also many things we need to keep concentration. Like some fake journals also coming in between, just .com and .co.in. That much of a small variation, the people unable to concentrate, so they are coming into the this fake and predatory journals, which is somewhat damage to the career also, sir. So now, thank you so much for my jury and my team to provide for providing me such an wonderful opportunity to speak in front of you on awareness on innovations and IPR. So actually, what I had said in my introductory part, people are thinking that we don't have any firms or any platforms or any resources to do some work, but that is our wrong intention, because innovation is not at all creating entirely new one. Actually, innovation is the process of creating new ideas and products or methods. But uh, if anyone they don't have such type of resources, they can use already the existing solutions and they can make it into the new ones, another new ones. So we can recreate or research, and the new ideas can come out of our creativity and our thinking and our ideology. So which I can explain in my next slide. So whatever I had done, very small things, not a rocket science and not a rocket research I had done. But whatever the whatever by using the small things, I had innovated some new ideologies and new products also. So, in my views, innovation is the process of creating new ideas, products, or methods that significantly improve existing solutions or to address the unmet needs also. And it involves not just inventing something new, what I had said right now, but also applying creative thinking to enhance the existing processes, technologies, and services. And here only we need the vision. So all the time one must be struggled in their mind, what new I can do, how can I utilize the available resources around us. That itself is the self inspiration. We have to take self inspiration, and by that self inspiration we have to think ideologically, create with creativity. Thereby we can develop a new ideology, new product, or new process, new technology. Thereby we can get succeeded in our own innovation. And the key aspects of innovation is, first of all, the ability to think outside the box and generate novel ideas. Here, one example I can say, in 2013, when I was working as an assistant professor of engineering chemistry, I got an opportunity to present my paper in a conference held at Andhra University in the Department of Mechanical Engineering. At that time, we don't have any resources, any firms to do some research. But I had encouraged some of the students, and some set of the students came with some interest. So we had worked on ACs, because at the time in the curriculum there is a small portion of this air conditioning and refrigeration. So whatever the science had given one theorem, that theorem has been applied technologically to make that refrigeration works. So that Joule-Thomson effect we can apply in this, and we are getting the refrigeration and the somewhat coolness in our rooms or in our whatever the objects we are keeping in the office. But obviously some pollutants are coming out from the refrigeration works. So we had worked on that, and sulfur dioxide is being using as a refrigerant in both of the refrigeration works. And we had made an attempt that CO2, why can't we use carbon dioxide gas instead of sulfur dioxide gas? So we had succeeded in that, and we had presented our papers in the mechanical engineering conference, and we got a best paper presentation awards also in that conference. So only need is creativity, the ability to think outside the box. So what we can do, I cannot do anything like that. If we think all the time, we cannot do anything. So this is my own perception. Sorry if I hurt anyone. And whatever the creativity we had got the novel idea, that should be implemented. And turning creative ideas into practical solutions or products. One more thing we had done in that college itself as converting the waste food from the hostel into electricity. So we had done some work on that, and students had made one small drum, iron drum in the mechanical workshop. And we kept some waste food materials into that, and we got some gas, and after 3 to 4 days, we got some gas, and we had sent that gas to gas testing, and that is nothing but methane gas. So after that, we had struggled a lot how to convert that methane gas into electricity. So I went to my guide, Andhra University, Professor Raghubabu sir, and he advised me to go to one apartment which is there at Sitamadara. They are doing there, that apartment people, they are already doing this. So I went there, and I had seen one big machine. They had brought that machine from Japan, and all the waste food materials collected from all over the apartment, they are keeping in a one tank, and they are converting that waste material into electricity, and they are replacing that electricity. So whatever the ideology we got, that has to be implemented, and that has to be converted into a prototype or a product or design. And by that we can create some value. So value creation is more important. Innovations should provide added value also. And we can nowadays in our Modi government, government is encouraging a lot, especially students who come out with their own ideologies. Government is supporting with some funds to make it as a societally useful productive work. And afterwards, adaptation. So innovation often involves adopting existing ideas to new contexts and industries also. And by that creativity and implementation and whatever the idea we got, while making that into a desired product, we can collaborate with many innovative other organizations also. And we can have some teamwork, and we have to meet with some cross-disciplinary approaches, so that we can combine different expertise, and we can have some more extra knowledge also, rather than our creative thinking. So here we can say that innovation plays a crucial role in the personal and professional growth also. So coming to the personal growth, we can have the enhanced problem solving skills by engaging with innovative thinking fosters and critical and analytical skills, enabling individuals to approach challenges more effectively. And then we can have the creativity and imagination. Innovation encourages creative thinking, whatever already I had explained, and helping individuals to express themselves and explore new ideas. Here I wish to say one thing actually, while thinking all these things, uh, I used to approach all my team, all my other friends also who are working in different uh, organizations for getting their uh, inputs also. Likewise, we got one idea from one person from Tamil Nadu. A small thing which I had already told you, I am about to show my innovations. One shrub is there that is known as Eclipta alba. That Eclipta alba, if we mix it with urad dal and we make a vada, it is clearing hemorrhoids. We had tested on some people who are suffering with hemorrhoids. Amazingly, that is clearing and that is curing hemorrhoids also without any external medicines. So we thought to apply for a patent, and by God's grace, we got Indian utility patent for that, and it gone for US utility patent. Now it is under examination in US government. So likewise, that is a very small idea, and that is a very small thing also. So here we can have some sources to explore ourselves, and we can get some extra knowledge from others also by taking their inputs. And now next, adaptability. So embracing innovation helps individuals become more adaptable to change, enhance, and resilience in the face of new challenges and uncertainties. So in this case, we can face some new challenges and many obstructions also, but we have to face all these things so that we can adapt timely for the new challenges and for the new situations also. And this is a process of lifelong learning. The pursuit of innovation promotes continuous learning, encouraging individuals to seek out new knowledge and skills throughout their lives. So that we can, once if we got one idea that has to be innovated and that has to be prototyped, made into a socially useful work and product, then ourselves can have some inspiration and encouragement, so that we can have some more ideas and we can do some more works. This is nothing but lifelong learning we can do from our innovations. And confidence building also. So successfully implementing innovative ideas can boost self-esteem and confidence in one's abilities to affect change. Next, all these things are competitive edge, in our workplaces, how much innovative you are and how much unique you are, then only you will be sustained in this competitive world. So in that area also, we can have our own individuality, our own uniqueness in our workplaces. And it can be useful for our career advancement also. So innovative thinkers are often seen as leaders and problem solvers, leading to greater opportunities for promotions and career development. In this case, I can say myself as an example. Actually, in my career starting as an assistant professor in engineering college, in 2010, I am saying, all the time I used to make my own notes, teaching notes while before going into my class. So once one professor advised me, you are writing this much of good notes. Why can't you make it as a textbook publication? So from that day onwards till now, I had published 9 textbooks in engineering chemistry and 1 textbook on environmental science. So whenever and wherever we are going, we must create our own uniqueness. From that day to till now, I am getting some encouragement with my all gurus and all elders. Thereby, I am making my career advancement myself by doing some extracurricular activities and extra work also, which is innovative. And already I told about collaboration and teamwork. By the innovative projects, we can make collaborations with some other organizations and people also, and we can have teamwork capabilities. And this enhances the networking opportunities also. Involvement in innovation and initiatives can lead to connections with other professionals and network, and which can open new career doors also for us. And impact on organization. Innovators contribute to organizational growth and efficiency, often leading to more dynamic and successful work environment. So wherever we are working, that is the bread and butter for us. So making our contribution towards the development of the organization is also very important. So by our innovations, we can make our organization also to be unique in some other institutions and organizations and universities, which can get some rankings in NIRF and NAC, NBA, like that. So now, the impact of innovation on the society, if we see, we can make all the social, economical, and environmental sustainability by means of our own innovations. By making good products and by giving some services and process, business models, business networks, and we can collaborate with some companies, universities, R&D institutions, government, and customers, suppliers, competitors, industrial associations, and NGOs. So, in what manner we can make this innovation? We can make the innovation in technology. So, I'm making it somewhat faster because many things have to be explained here. So, in technology, in case of technology, advancements are in communication, like we are having smartphones from 2G to nowadays we are having 5G phones, and we are having a very good social media. All these things includes the technological advancements and automation and efficiency. Technologies such as AI and machine learning have automated routine tasks and increasing efficiency in various industries and allowing for more focus on strategic activities. Just now, sir told about data analytics, also big data. Big data and analytics innovations enable organizations to make informed decisions, improve services, and personalize experiences based on consumer behavior. If we come for healthcare, so medical breakthroughs, we can have innovations in pharmaceuticals and invention of new drugs and gene therapies, vaccines, and telemedicine and wearable technology, devices of this healthcare. All these things we can make by our innovations. And if we come for environment, it is a very important thing because we are living in this environment. So by making sustainable practices, in this case, I always encourage the waste management. So we have to innovate and we have to use all the time in our innovations from the waste generation only. So my motto is waste to wealth. So sustainable practices, innovations in renewable energy, solar and wind, and sustainable agriculture also. So many things need to be done in agriculture. That is by using these harmful chemical pesticides and insecticides, we can use the sustainable products, sustainable pesticides and insecticides, which may not damage the environment and our health also. And one more thing, circular economy. So innovations aimed at reducing waste through recycling and repurposing materials are fostering a more sustainable economic model. So if we come for education, whatever we are enjoying today, e-learning platforms. So all these things made into reality with the innovation only. So online education technologies have made learning more accessible, allowing people worldwide to gain knowledge and skills regardless of location. And personalized learning also. So adaptive learning technologies and catering the individual student needs and learning paces. And this innovation we can extend for business, commerce and economics also. So new business models. Nowadays we are having this IoT based and AI based business models and digital marketing. All these things are possible with more innovative ideologies only, just like as global market reach also. So social impact, social innovations, new approaches to social challenges, just like as microfinance and crowdfunding, empower communities and improving living conditions. And civic engagement also we can make with the technology-driven platforms for activism and social justice movements, facilitate greater public engagement and awareness on critical issues. So now if we come for innovations can be approached in several effective ways. What I told you earlier, that is we have to ideate first of all. So all the time we need to dig our brain, brainstorm potential solutions, select and develop your solution. So if we think, just you observe the surroundings, definitely you can have some idea to do something new, whatever not there currently with us. So we can make an ideology from that. This can be done by digging our brain, nothing but brainstorming. So afterwards, that idea you have to define yourself. So what we can do with this idea, and if you are not getting any solution for that, you can approach your teachers or your elders and some other professors, or you can use the like internet also. Clearly articulate the problem you want to solve, and afterwards you have to empathize. So develop a deep understanding of the challenge. What I can do with this challenge, and is this really useful for the society or not? So what I can do to emphasize and to enhance the socially useful work from my idea. Like that, we have to make empathize our own ideology. And next, we have to go for prototype. So try to design a prototype, not only idea, not only defining, not only empathize. This is one set. Up to that, we can make documentation also. That is another area of explanation. But here, our motto is to do patenting, so that I'm going up to the product development. So we have to make the prototype, and we have to design a prototype or series of prototypes to get it to like a desired product. So now we are working on banana fiber, and we are making many experiments on making banana fiber, which I can show later on. A set of students here itself in Ambedkar University, we are working to make some paper with a banana stem, which can be utilized for any disposable glass or plates as of now, and for packing materials also, which is sustainable, and we can save some plants, because banana stem is already after cutting it is not using. So waste from wealth we are planning, and we are trying to make it as a product also. So after having our prototype, our design, we have to test whether it is meeting our needs, it is meeting the desired quality needs or not. That is itself is the test. Next, if we go for sustainable innovations, so this is institutional settings and socio-economic development and environmental settings. All these things we have to keep concentrate, and many dragging forces also can affect on that. But by crawling all these things, we have to make our own intellectual capacity. So after getting this innovative ideology and prototype development successfully, we have to go for definitely its documentation. So coming to that documentation is nothing but two ways. One is publications, either in the form of books or a very good journals, very reputed journals. And afterwards, government authorized and authoritative documentation is IPR, intellectual property right. So if we come for this explanation of intellectual properties, if we see for a property, properties are of two types, tangible and intangible. So these tangible are nothing but our like whatever we are having, the buildings or cars or jewelry, all these things comes under tangible. You know very well, tangible are two types, movable and immovable. And intangible, we must concentrate here in our talk on intangible property. That intangible property is nothing but our intellectual property. So whatever our mind and our brain has given us the source of innovating a new thing, that is our intellectual property. And definitely that intellectual property must and should has to be documented and has to be registered. That is nothing but IPR. So this intellectual property can be of industrial property related and copyright related. So industrial property related, if we come, we can have patents, designs and trademarks and GIs. And one by one, I am trying to explain you. I'll try to explain you. So this intellectual property is a property created by a person or persons using his or her own intellect, own ideology for ultimate use in commerce or nothing but a societal use, and which is not at all available in public domain. We must concentrate on this, that if anything you want to be patented, that should not be available anywhere in the society or public domain. Say suppose if I had innovated one thing, immediately I had published a paper, and afterwards somebody suggested me to go for a patent. If I try to go for a patent, it will not be patented because already it has kept in public domain as in the form of a publication. So whatever you want to be patented, that should not be kept in public domain as in the form of a any documentation. So examples of IPs, if we take an invention relating to a product or process, a new design or an article, a literary or artistic work, and a trademark, a word, symbol, or a logo. One by one, I'll explain you in my next slides. So here, if we come for this IPRs, patents and trademarks, industrial designs, copyrights, geographical indications. So here, exclusive rights given to a person over the creation of their minds for certain period of time. These IPRs will give some period of time only. Say suppose if we got a patent, utility grant patent, that is valid up to 21 years. Even design grant also valid up to 21 years. And if you go for only publication in IP, that is valid up to 5 years only. So these two variations we have to concentrate, because some mediators now in the society, they are promoting their promotional messages for doing their own business, that they will keep that so and so patent publication, but we will not concentrate on the publication side. Immediately we'll pay the amount to the mediator and they are giving only publication, not at all the patent grant. So that publication valued up to 5 years only. After 5 years, anybody else can file again on the same idea or same creation. So we have to keep concentrate all the time, and we have to make some, we have to get some awareness on that particular patents. And here we can get the legal right and intangible potential asset, monopoly, negative rights, that is, it prevents others to use. This is main importance of patent. It prevents others to use his or her creation for a definite time. So here, if we come for this patent is of two types, that is utility and grant patent. If patent is if you develop a solution or if you develop a product or a good or any new thing, that is comes under utility patent. And if you have some design, like any mission design or any object design, if you have, that is comes under design grant. So these two itself comes under patents, but one is utility grant and then another one is design grants. And here we have to keep one thing in mind, that designs are n number. We can get n number of designs on the same title. So we can make some design change so that we can have some new design. But if we come for utility, the process or the making some good, that is only one thing will be available, that is nothing but utility patent. And when compared to these two, getting utility patent is somewhat difficult and somewhat more lengthy process also than design grant. And if we come for next thing, that is trademark. So if you had given some new words, say I could say here, if you had created some new meaningful words or some signs, and especially for logos and labels, the Trademark Act will give you the trademark, which we got both of the SIDBI Foundation logo and our journal logo already trademarked. And next thing, if we come for geographical indications, in my next slides, I can show you the examples of geographical indications. Entirely, it will comes under government side only, not a specific person side. And coming to the copyright, if you had written any poem or any artistic work or any write-up you had done, you can take the copyright from the Copyright Act from IP India. So here, the types of patents, if we see, utility patents, already I told you, a utility patent grants the inventor an exclusive right over their inventions, process, or products. But comes under this design grants, a type of intellectual property that provides exclusive rights to inventors for the ornamental designs or any machinery designs and article manufacture. All these things comes under design patents. And plant patents also there, but the work on this is very low as of now. If you invent any new plant, you can take the plant patents also. So criteria for getting this patent, I'll summarize these slides, criteria for and the process of getting patent. First of all, we have to send the invention disclosure form to the innovation, like IPR cell and IPR office, IP office. I'll explain the IP offices also later. So IP office, by filling the invention disclosure form. So in that, they will ask some questionnaire. So what is the motto of your work? What is the innovation? What is the novelty of your work? And where you got this source of idea? And what is the social impact? What is the social usefulness? And what are the references? All these things we have to fill the invention disclosure form, and we have to send to that inventory officers. So here some IPR officers we could see. So here patents and design officers, we can send for patent and design Kolkata, Delhi, Mumbai, Chennai, and trademarks at Mumbai, Kolkata, Delhi, Chennai, and Ahmedabad. And for GIs, Chennai, we can send our ideas. And here, after sending the invention disclosure form, the team of IP cell, they will work on that, and they will, first of all, they keep our innovation in search. So they will search whether this process is available anywhere in the universe, in the world. So anybody had published a paper or anybody already done work on that, likewise they will check for that. It will take around 15 to 20 days, and they will give us the rating. So ABC rating they will give us. So basing on that ABC rating, if we get A, definitely it will go for, it is a completely novel idea, and it will go for utility granting. Up to granting it can go. And if it get B, 50-50 chances will be there, and that IP team will contact us for taking some clarities on our innovations, and they will give us some questionnaire again. If we are able to clarify their doubts, and if we are able to explain innovatively and which is novel, which is with novelty, then they can do the satisfactory work up to they are getting grant. If not, if we get C, either B and C cases, we can go up to publication. What I told you earlier, up to publication we can go. Our innovation will be published under a patent number, and that can be kept in the IP India website also as in the form of a publication. So which is valid up to 5 years. After 5 years also we can see the patent number that is that will be there in IP website and everything. But anybody else also can claim on that same thing. So all these things, after getting this ABC ranking, we can have an idea whether our work is with novelty or not. So that next process, if we go, that is nothing but documentation form A, form B, form 21. All these forms, they will ask us to fill, and we have to fill all the forms, and we have to submit to the office, and then they will be examining them, and we can get publication after 1 month. So after that idea will be kept under examination. It will take around 18 months for completing the examination. Meanwhile, these officers will give some court hearings also. We have to attend for the court hearings for taking the legal authorities of all these patents and monopolies. So here, afterwards, we can have our own exam. After getting examination, we can have our own patent as in the form of a certificate that your idea so and so title comes under so and so title has been granted as utility patent under IP India. Like that, we'll get a certificate also. So this is all already I had explained you. As in the form of a patent. So here validity of patent, here it has been changed, not 20 years, this is 21 years. And trademark, it is lifelong. And design also 21 years it got. And copyright 60 years. And GI also lifelong. So this is the validity of IPR here. And if we come for an example, so relation between IPRs, here we can say this Coca-Cola bottle, the logo itself is a trademark, and the shape of the bottle is an industrial design. And the patent, we can say about the drink, whatever the liquid we kept in that bottle, that is a patent. Because that company had made that particular like product as in the form of a liquid that can be patented. So here we can give the example with the simple Coca-Cola bottle of all the patents. As already I told, the logo and the design of the shape of the bottle and the content kept in the bottle and copyright also in respect of the text, database and artistic work appearing on its website. So that can be copyrighted under this IPR. So here some other things we can take as an examples, like this fan, and here we could see this Apple iPhone trademark. We can have this trademark and industrial designs also. And here design, if we come for geographical indicators, this Kolhapuri chappals, and we can say our Tirupati Laddu also GI, one of the GI. So here already designs I had explained. And these are all industrial designs. And trademarks already I told, like logos and monograms and symbols. So all these things comes under trademarks. Copyrights, our literary and artistic works, writing works like novels, poems, and reference works, paper articles, computer programs, and databases. All these things we can take as a copyright. So geographical indications which can obtain from a special place itself. That is basmati rice and Darjeeling tea, which we can get from there only. Kanchipuram silk saree and Alfonso mango, Nagpur orange, Kolhapuri chappal, and Viknari bhujia, Agra peta. And some more also we can say this Kashmiri shawls and Kalankari works. All these things we can explain as examples of GIs. So now if I come for this SIGBI Foundation, so we had a motto of Save Planet. Already I told there is a motto of making eco-friendly products and herbal products, less hazardous products and healthy food products also. So here we had made some nutraceuticals and already I told you regarding the Eclipta alba. This is the shrub Eclipta alba, which can be available with a small white color flowers as a it can be available at anywhere, roadside also it is available, which is a shrub. And if we mix with this leaf along with that flower with urad dal, we had made vada and we had cured hemorrhoids. And afterwards, SIGBI Foundation made another attempt to make like bioenzyme. So here also, 3 parts of organic waste, like household waste, we had mixed with 1 ratio of sugar molasses, and we had kept that in a like airtight bottle. After 3 months, we can get we can get some fermented liquid, which is a very good disinfecting. So we can use that as a dishwasher or car washer, floor cleaner, everything. So we can reduce the household hazardous chemicals, because today we only making our own damage to the environment by using unnecessary hazardous chemical usage at our home. So if we make use of all these things, we can make our own less hazardous chemical materials, which can be utilized instead of the hazardous chemicals. And we got patent on this also, bioenzyme. And afterwards, in the COVID time, I made an attempt of making Aushadha Vastra, and I had taken some herbal ingredients, and all the herbal ingredients I had made as a kashai. And from Pondur, we got some cotton cloth, and we had inserted all the herbal medicinal properties into that cloth, and we had made as a mask. So here in the left side, you could see the mask before processing, and here in the right side after processing. And amazingly, it had cured the somewhat cold also. So we had tested this on some people who are suffering with cold. Amazingly, it had cleared cold without using any tablet. So afterwards, we had supplied extensively this Aushadha mask to here and there all over India in the COVID time, to all my friends and near and dear, free of cost. So they got benefited out of this. And this also we got 1 patent on this. This is our packing like this. And afterwards, we had made some hand sanitizer with herbal ingredients, but this is not made that much extensively than the this mask, Aushadha mask. So here afterwards, currently we are making this herbal sanitary napkin pads, because currently using sanitary napkin pads are having dioxins, which are very harmful toxins, which are carcinogenic and cancer causing. So we had made an attempt with some of the friends from Tamil Nadu. So to make utilization of some herbal ingredients instead of dioxins. So we made we had taken all these things, tulsi, and some of the bamboo fibers and gongora stem fibers, and currently we are using banana fiber also for making this herbal sanitary napkin pads. So we had done absorption tests also, and our own pad has got tested a very like we have taken 5 acres like at the same time, whatever the currently using big companies napkins, they are not absorbing that much, but our own herbal sanitary napkin pad had absorbed moderately, and some afterwards extensively also. So we got certification from government of Telangana also to that it can be useful and it can use for the feminine health. So thank you so much. If you have any questions, it is welcome. Thank you so much, sir, for giving me such an wonderful opportunity. Now, if you have any comments or suggestions to improvise and any questions also, it is welcome.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening.
I'm Dr. Madhu Sharma from Chinmay Degree College, Haridwar. First of all, I must congratulate ma'am for a wonderful presentation. And I also wish you all the best for the future endeavors. I want to add that even Eclipta, that can be used in sanitary napkins also, because it has inflammatory and antimicrobial activity properties. So this is my suggestion, ma'am.
Yes. So we are trying, ma'am. We are trying. Actually, my motto is to enhance the Aushadha Vastra because in India, it is being making, but nobody are ready to use because of its too much cost, ma'am. So they are exporting to other countries. Like bed sheets and even curtains also being making by Aushadha Vastra. You believe it or not, it is cleaning the air also. It is allowing the medicated air into the room. But actually, to retain that particular medicinal properties in the fabric, it is a challenge, a new challenge that has to be rectified still. So it can be like up to 50 washes only. It is retaining in the fabric, the medicinal values.
I see, ma'am.
So I
So,
have
ma'am,
an
it is
idea.
a wonderful presentation and idea that these herbs can be used in mask also.
Yes,
So it should be promoted, ma'am, because nowadays there are a lot of microbial activities in the atmosphere going on. So right now, I think world needs this type of herbal masks. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. I request anyone.
Can you please show the second slide? Second slide. I was making a note and
Yes.
suddenly it was over.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
One, two, three. Your fourth slide. Sorry, fourth slide. Yeah, that's right. You said for success, creativity, idea, innovation, vision, inspiration, and what is the last one? Requirement? The last one.
Yes.
No, yeah, that one. What is that one?
Development.
Oh, development. Okay. The in fact, this picture. I mean, this is how I will do. A creativity transforms into an idea, and without success is at the end. Creativity, idea, and create a vision, and then inspiration, innovation, development, success. If you put like that one, it starts your creativity, comes from the idea, and the idea is transformed into a vision, and which inspires an innovation and development for success. I mean, this is it flows smooth. That is only, this is wonderful slide. I was really pleased with it. So except that one in your presentation, absolutely no question from my side. It's really. But I have another one. In fact, when I announced a lifetime achievement at the time, I know I forgot something. So now I remembered for for if you have phone, this is the problem. They won't leave until somebody picks up. The second question is for any. I have been fellow of 8 or 9 fellowship all over the world. To become a fellow, to be elected as a fellow, one has to, in addition to the qualifications and every requirement is over, they are asked to make one presentation and some international audience, whatever it is, like Sidvi. So you got that one. I told you, you are not only a manager, CEO, but you have to rise as a scientist, as a star in science. So that's why I asked you to make a presentation. And this presentation also satisfies the requirement for the fellow of your Sydney Science and Technology, Science and Technology, whatever name you give. So you are automatically not only Lifetime Achievement Award winner, but also fellow, founding fellow of the Sidvi SNT community or society. So that is what I just want to make and congratulate you with my blessings to you. And I'm sure all the audience, they can applause, congratulate her, unmute and applause her. If you agree with my suggestion.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. In addition to all these, we got some more design grants also, sir. I could actually, I had not kept in my slides. I'm unable to keep right now. We got around 60 design grants in different designs, and 4 to 5 utility grants till now, and 4 to 5 are in pipeline. As already I told you, sir, in the like refrigeration box, we had used CO2, no? That the same thing I had applied for automobiles also. So in automobiles, if we could able to separate carbon and oxygen, so definitely we can make that vehicle as green vehicle. Instead of carbon dioxide, the vehicle can release oxygen. So we had succeeded in that also, and we had applied for patent, and it is still in examination, sir, but it got A ranking, sir. And afterwards, I had thought that using these water packets is more dangerous to both the human health and environment. So instead of using that water packets, we can use water globule, so which can swallow directly. So on that also, we had applied one patent, sir, utility grant, that is also in pipelines. Yes, yes.
It was indeed a wonderful presentation. Super informative. So many people, they have some idea, an innovative idea, but they don't know how to go about it. What are the steps involved in it? They don't know. In one of your slides, you showed a structural steps: emphasize, empathize, define, ideate, prototype, test. These 5 steps that you have shown and also described what those steps are. This is an excellent information to many people who have innovative ideas. Another thing is that in your presentation, you said innovation doesn't have to be a brand new thing. Doesn't have to be. One example that you have your own in your own works, that is the biomass that you give an example in a hostel where you put the food wastage and that becomes methane and biogas. The biogas is not new. It doesn't have to be new. It's the process improvement in reducing the cost, improvement in efficiency, improvement in time, efficiency in getting something performed in less time. It could be many of those things. And this quite informative. I have a question to ask you. About the copyright, is it adequate? See, in the US, as I understand, for copyright, as long as you put that copyright symbol on a book, for example, and clearly say who owns the copyright, clearly give the name or names, and that's adequate. Is that not true in India? Second question is, if I read a book in the US, sitting in the US, and publish it in India, for example, can they claim the copyright? Even though I have a copyright symbol on my book, or should I go to a copyright office in India and file an application? I know I asked too many questions, but they are related to the same thing.
Thank you, sir. Very good questions, sir. These two actually I missed in my explanation. Nowadays, whenever we wish to publish a book, sir, there will be like a procedure of getting ISBN. So if we approach any publisher, while applying the ISBN, they will apply on the name of their publication, sir, but not on the name of the author. So nobody knows that we'll get ISBN number, but like we don't know whether that number has been registered on the author name or the publisher. Usually the publishers will take the ISBN number on the publication name only. But whenever we approach to any publisher for publication, because we cannot make our own publications, sir, because ISBN office is not allowing solely by the author only. So we need to go along with the publication house. So we must be very aware and we must ask the publisher to book the ISBN number on the author name, first point. And second point, copyrights at. In the second page or third page, they will give us copyrights at. That copyrights at always should be the author on the author name, sir. But that doesn't mean that they have taken the copyright from IP India. So again, we have to go by ourselves to take the copyright from IP India, sir. That is our responsibility to apply to the government organization IP India. But not, publisher will not do that copyright act. They will not take the copyright act, sir. So what it means the copyright act in the books means. Again, if you want to publish the issue another issue 1, issue 2, issue 3 like that, you want to revise yearly, that copyrights they will keep with the author. If we keep that copyright with the publisher, they will not give again to the authors. After 1 year, it lapses. Yes, sir.
Right. I have a situation where I wrote a book and I'm the copyright owner of that. Clearly it says I am the owner of it. Still, the person who first printed the book, they are selling that book. And then I understand, the seller can approach Library of Congress and get one ISBN number. That's okay. That is allowed for my research. Even though I have my own ISBN number, maybe I will talk to you after the conference. At the end of the conference, I'll wait. I know you're extremely busy, and see how we can resolve the situation and how I can protect it from further misuse or abuse by others. Quite informative, and thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. I request anyone from the participant side, if any questions still, it is welcome. And I announce that if anyone is having any doubts still, you can contact us and you can make your own note and you can clear your doubts at the end of the day of this FDP on 10th May. And afterwards also, yes, sir.
Yeah, I have one follow-on question. How long is a copyright that the privilege, exclusive privilege by the author, for example? Is there a time duration? How many years?
60 years, sir.
Oh, for the book also. That's for the
Yes,
patent,
yes,
right?
yes, yes.
That's for the patent as well as for copyright also. 60 years. Okay.
For patent, it is 21 years, sir. For trademark, it is lifelong. And for copyright, it is 60 years.
Right. So actually, that's the reason today also the Coca-Cola, they never patented it. They never patented the Coca-Cola formula. It's not patented because they know that there's a life for the patent. After that, anybody can produce it because you got to completely describe, enumerate all the ingredient, the process, the whole thing in the patent. So Coca-Cola did not patent even today also because of this limitation of 21 years. For the benefit of audience, I just said that, yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you.
I have one comment. I think Aruna is not a proper person. It is a patent attorney can tell you. I have some patents from the Navy. Navy is the main, and then according to that one, I think it is 14 years or something like that in US. US patent regulations are not applicable in India. Of course, China, no matter what it is. At the end of 14 years or nearing 14 years, whichever organization you have submitted, they send you an intimation. You want to refile. That means it doesn't go through all the process. I think they will have patent office will have money. I think some. So they will intimate you.
Renewal you
So
have.
you want to continue it. So it is automatically it is done. So lot of things she only talked like me in a scientific form. For assessing your questions, all your questions have to be given put to a patent attorney. They know better. And in your situation, you want a situation you are here in US and you want a protect thing in India that we don't know. And not only that one, the unfortunate point in these things is I'm just telling when I gave lecture and so somebody asked a copy of my presentation, I said okay, copy it. A friend of mine told me, how come you are giving a lecture like that? Then I said, what is this Nagaraju, why you are saying? It's another professor at IISc. He said in India a lot of things happen, they just remove your name and put their name and then they keep on doing it. How can we trace? We can't. So that is what it is. The question, you put it at a wrong place. You should consult a patent attorney either here or in India. for this one.
Understand.
Every
This is not a
renewal,
legal advice. Understand.
every
It's not a-
renewal thing, I will send you a note.
Yeah, this is just a general information, but not a legal advice. I understand. I understand.
Yes, sir. With this, shall I conclude today's session, sir? Thank you so much, sir, for sparing your valuable time, both of you, and for your valuable advices also. And please bless me to do some more useful work to the society. And my passion towards enhancing and encouraging the young talents and encouraging this like documentation work also in the form of publications. Thank you, sir.
One thing I wanted to say on your behalf, Dr. Aruna,
Sir,
to
please.
the entire audience, for the record, that what Dr. Aruna Kumari Nakela presented here, discussed here, that is for general guidance, but that's not a legal advice. For a legal advice, one must contact a licensed practicing attorney. I just want to make that statement for the record. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Sir, you are in mute condition, sir. You are in mute conditions.
We have just 1 minute. Another, I was just looking at the messages. One message, one question somebody asked, what is the solution on when any private institutions not providing facilities in spite of paying fees? They are asking, this is not the platform to ask such a question. I mean, neither Sidvi nor Aruna or anybody or any of the viewers here have any right to say, answer this question. This question, the guy who, AES, it's not me, although my initials are AES, who asked the questions, they have to sort it out through, this is a lot of, this question has a lot of legal implications. Now, Sydney has nothing to do with it, and Sydney doesn't want to get involved in answering this. Are you? Do you want to involve in this question? To advise these institutions, so you will be crucified. So that is what it is. And also about this one, in the classroom, we simply copy a figure from the book and present it to the students and all. In strict sense, it is illegal. But lot of times, the publishers, they don't. And also, in the publications, we put that one, then we have to include as a reference where you got this one. So that means the publisher is getting his credit that it is his book. And we are non-profit. I mean, when I write a journal article, I'm not for profit. So they make that consideration. Everybody has to have this sort of thing. And when we are working with the government, they won't let, they have insist on getting clearance. In fact, if you send a letter to the publisher, he will say, okay. So these are all things are there if you zoom more in detail of this IPR rules and regulations. Yeah, I just saw that email, then I immediately perplexed. It is not our. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I request, this is the last call for this session. Anybody wish to talk and wish to say few things, it is welcome. Okay, sir. Now officially we can conclude this meeting for today. And I request you to please continue your journey with us till the end of this FPP. Please join tomorrow also, sir. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. And I thank all the participants here for sparing your valuable time and for listening our talks. Thank you so much.